Okay, so we'll get started. First off, I wanted to shout out Brittany, Erin, Amber, and Haley, who all are on the board of Success Club right now. Haley is like SC6, which is rocking because she's just all of a sudden like back in the game. I'm super proud of her. Like, I don't know. I'm super impressed with her. She's signed a new coach. She's just rocking it this month. So awesome job. It's still early in the month. We can get it locked in and helping those people. First off, new team call layout. We're going to do team calls are every Tuesday at noon, Mountain Standard Time, 1 p.m. Central Time. So always plan on it. Unless I say that there's not going to be one or someone else says there's not going to be one, there will be a call. So plan on it. We're going to do a new layout. So instead of doing trainings like we have been, we feel like we've been doing plenty of trainings. I think Brittany would agree. Like we have other resources for trainings. And so what we're going to do now is focus more on, what would you call it, Britt? Like personal development / calls that are going to like touch your soul builder kind of calls that are going to, motivate you, get you pumped up and inspired, because without having that motivation, without having the personal belief, without having those things, you're not going to be able to do the rest, in my opinion. Like, that's why they say personal development is vital for a reason, because unless you do it, that's what is pretty much the basic what you need to do to motivate your business forward. So we're going to do that. But the second Tuesday of every month will always be a Zoom chat like this, so we can connect as a team. We're going to start doing like team trivia in the beginning, just to kind of get everyone to know each other and connect. There's a few little team builder things we're going to come up with. But
it's a trivia just once a month?
Yep, that'll just be on the Zoom chats, the second Tuesday of every month. So that one will just be when we're connecting and getting to interact with each other, so we can kind of build our team and get to know each other. And then the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to create a Success Club or Success Partner album in the crew page. And what I want everyone to do is I want to be able to help people find their success partners if they don't have one yet. So we're going to create a photo album, and everyone will post a picture of themselves. And then they're going to post their name, their rank, a little bit about themselves, like if they're married, single, I'll give more detail in the crew page. And then your goals. And then that way, if your personally sponsored coaches are in there, we can help, pair people up. But you can also scroll through and go, okay, I think I would connect with so-and-so. And then there'll be a spot if you already have a partner to put your partner's name. So then that way we're able to help people connect. And so if someone doesn't have a success partner, they can maybe find someone that they wouldn't normally find. Really quick. I was just going to do a really quick thought that I had that I was reading yesterday. I was reading The Compound Effect because I love this book. And he was talking about whys, which are super important. We've been talking about whys a lot lately. The National Wake Up Call yesterday talked about having whys. And so I wanted to read this really quick. It says, to truly ignite your creative potential and inner drive, you have to look beyond the motivation of monetary and material goals. It's not that those motivations are bad. In fact, they're great. But material stuff can't really recruit your heart, soul, and guts into the fight. That passion has to come from a deeper place. And he was interviewing Tony Robbins, and he was saying, this is what Tony Robbins says, I've seen business moguls achieve their ultimate goals but still live in frustration, worry, and fear. What's preventing these successful people from being happy? The answer is that they have focused only on achievement and not fulfillment. Extraordinary accomplishment does not guarantee extraordinary joy, happiness, love, and a sense of meaning. These two skill sets feed off each other and makes me believe that success without fulfillment is failure. It's not enough to choose to be successful. You have to dig deeper than that to find your core motivation, to activate your superpower, your why power. And so I know a lot of times when we start out, we're like, oh, what's your why? I just want to help people. And helping people is awesome. That's what we're here to do. But you have to find something deeper that's going to motivate you. You've got to dig deeper and make sure that you really have a solid why, a solid foundation to build your business on. Or you're not going to go through the down times. You're going to just give up and give in because you don't have a why that's going to push and drive you. Okay, so that's my thought. Just really dig deep and find your why if you haven't found your why yet, because again, it is really vital. You need to know why you're doing this. You need to know why you're being vulnerable, opening up on Facebook and sharing your stories with other people. You have to just be vulnerable and share with people and let people be able to get to know you. And don't be afraid to share your why on your personal page. Sometimes we feel like we have to be perfect and we can't share these, underlying motivations, but those things are what really attract people and they make you human. I mean, everyone has a goal in life, they want to do, or a dream, but they're scared that they won't be able to do it. So how cool is it to watch, other people on social media actually put their dreams and goals out there and then see them like actually come true. Like Brigitte posted that they bought a truck and a boat, and they paid cash for it. They're not in debt for it. And that was a dream that they had a while ago. How cool is that to see it actually happen? Because so many times people talk about their dreams, but then they don't really necessarily believe that they're going to come true, or they don't really work towards them. So it's really cool when people's dreams really do come true. So just make sure that you have a why, your why. And if you have to, create a cute little poster and hang it somewhere where you can see your why, so you're always remembering why you're doing this. It could be a picture of your family. And if it is a picture of your family, why are you doing it for your family? You've got to dig deep until you can't answer that why anymore. Okay, so let's open it up for discussion really quick. There is a summer sale tomorrow. Beachbody's doing their big summer sale. Yeah, it was just posted in the office today. And I'm always conflicted about the summer sales. While I think they're super great, sometimes, I don't know, it's just a personal thing I struggle with. Sometimes I'm not sure. So what I want to do is brainstorm some ideas on how you can post about the sale if you're going to post about it, without being salesy and spammy. I'm in a group with some of the Bombshell girls who are pushing for Elite this year. And all of them are talking about how they're sharing the link. And I don't know why, but for me, that's a major turnoff, because I've always said, don't post, just post a link. And so I want to come up with some ideas that you guys can use, that anyone who listens to the recording can use, so we don't have coaches from our crew posting stock images with a link that says, buy from me. You've got to stay true to who you are. And you can't just give in to what others are doing because you see that, this coach over here, well, she's a diamond coach and she's posting her link, so that must be the way to do it. You've got to stay true to who you are and what's going to attract you. So I'm opening this up for ideas that we can talk about, so we can get some ideas and make sure everyone can walk away knowing if they're going to post the sale, if they're, and if they are, how they're going to go about it. So take it away, everyone.
I hate stuff like this because I'm not prepared.
I know. I'm teaching you to think on your toes.
I wanted to jump on the bandwagon and be like, oh, hey, everybody else is doing this, so I need to do it too.
Yep.
I'm like you, I have to have my own idea, and I don't know.
So for me personally, I really get conflicted because I want people to be able to get programs, Uh-oh, I lost my camera. Sorry, don't know what's going on. Can you still hear me at least?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. I get conflicted because I want to make sure people get started on the right foot. And a lot of times when people just buy a program because it's on sale, what happens? It sits and collects dust. They get a program they don't necessarily want, but because it's the cheapest one, they're going to buy it. Hey, Whitney.
Hi. I'm trying to eat my lunch.
You're good. They buy things that they might not necessarily like. So I get conflicted about it because I want to make sure if someone's going to spend their money and invest in themselves, we need to make sure they're getting something that they're actually going to use. So, for me, I don't know. I'm still deciding if I'm going to post the sale or not. But one thing I would I've asked about is some coaches have done groups. They'll ask people, you know, if you want to join our group for the sale, you know, like here and we'll add you in.
What if you did like your personal story with the post and make sure they know that you use Shakeology with it and that it's the challenge group and the Shakeology added into it, that it's not just the workout.
Right. That's a good one.
You're like, yes, these programs are on sale, but to get, you know, the best.
Right. If you're going to invest in yourself, make sure you yeah. And I don't know what's on sale yet. The list hasn't been posted.
And see, I hate that too.
Yeah. There's always good deals to snag. What was that, Lindsay?
Sorry. What if you did it as like post where you ask them what program they want to try, and if that's one of the ones on the list, then you can tell them about it.
That's a good one. Shh, I am on the phone. Hold on, please. Sorry. Go play on the iPad. That's a good idea. Just ask around, you know, because what I kind of said something in the group that I'm in, like, I just don't want to just post a link. I want to make sure I'm connecting. And they were like, well, some people just want to see the list and just decide for themselves. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm conflicted on it. It's
That's
just
not our job as coaches. Our job is to help them throughout the process.
exactly, and to make sure they're matched up with something they're actually going to do. So I wonder if maybe what you do is you say, you could create like a group, you know, and ask anyone that wants to be added in. I don't like to create a bunch of groups personally, but some coaches do. There's a top coach that's doing a group. Her post says, okay, go take it away. Beachbody's annual sale, 85% off, making room for new products. So I don't pull up Facebook. I'm going to create a group that will feature all the sale items. Here you will be notified what is on sale and how much of each item is left. Please let me know if you want to be added into the group. These items are first come, first serve. So that is an option if you want to do a group. Go for it. I think a group is a great thing. Another idea I had is till the 17th. But usually the programs that everyone wants are like gone super fast.
Yeah.
My idea that I thought about doing is doing kind of what you said, Brittany, is talking about how the whole formula of Beachbody's worked for me, and then saying there are a few sale items, you know, and maybe seeing what the interest is, and then posting maybe the link in a comment. Like if you're going to post a link at all, I would say post it in a comment after there's been interaction versus in the actual post. To me, that's just because I am a person who likes to look over things and get an idea. So I don't know. I think it's totally up to you if you want to post about the sale. Maybe you wait until you see the list and then you look at your people you've already talked to previously that are like, I'm waiting for this program. I don't know. I get conflicted because like you said, Britt, like we know that Shakeology is it's a key component. There's a reason it's in a challenge pack, right? Like we know that, but we also know there's people out there that just are, you know, there are people that just want to try the program first and then get turned on to the Shakeology idea. Okay. Any ideas, anyone?
I can only think of doing the choices, just listing out several different programs and saying which one would you want to try, and
right.
Then if they specify one that's on sale, tell them that it's on sale.
Yeah, and maybe you could do it like a question and answer, like out of A, B, C, and D, if you could do any of these programs, which would you pick and why? You know, and then people could comment which one they would have picked, and then you can reach out privately and say, hey, I saw you were interested in this, and if you're going to reach out and connect, though, make sure you give them the sale option idea and the challenge pack idea, because you never know if they would, you know, maybe they do want to try the Shakeology. They just have never thought about that. And if you can do the math and know what the difference is, price wise. So how much are they saving? If the program is a lot cheaper, I can probably, okay, Shakeology in a minute. I can tell you that, like, it's probably going to be like Hip Hop Abs. I would assume that one's usually on sale for like $20 or $10. Brazil butt lift is usually one of them. So it's not, people are always wanting the hot programs, but usually the hot programs aren't the ones that are going to be on sale. Like the 21-day fix, I doubt. And if it is, it's going to be very limited quantities. But I can't imagine it will be. So,
Especially where it's
yeah, and it's on sale this month in a challenge. Okay, just a minute. And if it is on sale, it's not going to be 85% off.
In your room with her.
So just make sure my few tips are, don't just post your link. Do it in a way that's classy and true to who you are. What would you want to see? Like, if you post something and you're going, I don't know if this is too salesy or not, chances are it's too salesy. I mean, that's just how, you don't want to turn your customers off just because you're like, oh, it's a sale and I could get, a bunch of people to buy from me. Like, you don't want to compromise that because you want to make sure you're sticking true to who you are and being the coach that you're setting out to be. Okay. Other questions? Do you guys come with any questions that we can discuss?
I don't have any questions. I'm going to be talking to Brittany in a little bit. She's going to help me get going.
Awesome. Perfect. It's good that you're here. What do you, I'm trying to think. Okay, so what's the day today? Today's the 9th. Goals for getting your challenge groups up and going. How are you working on making sure that you get your challengers started at the beginning of the month versus nail biters at the end of the month? Like, do you guys have any ideas on how you're reaching out to your customers or upping your game, I guess?
Don't get me started. I'm overwhelmed right now. I took the first week off. Now I'm behind.
One thing, I know you were on vacation. I'm not scolding you, just so you know. But one thing I would say is definitely stay consistent. I'm actually doing a team call on consistency in the tribe in a few weeks. And one of the things I will say is if you can get into the habit of 3 vitals every day, it makes it so much easier. I don't know. I don't go to bed until I get my messages out because I'm a guilt trip. Even if I'm like, oh, I'm taking the day off, I'm not going to do anything, I still always do the 3 vital behaviors. And so that's something that you have to decide if you're going to do or not. But the thing is the compound effect works both ways. You don't really ever stay in one spot. You're either moving forward or you're pushing yourself backwards. And that's just my opinion, from how I've seen things go. And so even if you're like, I am super busy today, your life is crazy and chaotic and everything, if you can just reach out to 3 people, just 3 people, it doesn't have to take very long. And that's the thing. And it doesn't matter what time of day it is. You can just, message them really quick and just even form with them. It doesn't have to be, this challenge invite necessarily if you can't, but make sure you're always into an actual invite, because I think that's what happens with a lot of us as coaches is we say we're inviting and we really are because we're forming and we're creating these genuine relationships, but we never turn them into a real invite. Like, we never say, hey, would you join my challenge? Hey, would you want to do this with me? I've seen you doing your posts, you're inspirational, would you want to coach? I think a lot of times we think, we're like, we justify it as, well, we formed with them, so that's technically an invite. And it is, but you got to make sure you're continuously inviting too.
Got to follow through at the end.
Yep. So just make sure you're doing your 3 vitals every single day. They're vital for a reason. When I was in Cancun listening to the top 10 speak, they asked them what set them apart, and they said that they did their 3 vitals every single day. Whether they wanted to or not, they showed up, and you have to treat it like a business. So while we get to set our own hours, we get to live a life by design, we get to put it into the cracks of our days, you've got to make sure that you're showing up every day too. I don't know, Britt, any ideas on that?
Yeah, good job.
How do you stay consistent though?
Like, if you're continually forming, then you're continually getting new people that you can invite to challenge groups. Like, I've got people from last month that weren't ready yet that I'm continuing to form with, so that, you know, by this month or next month, they will be ready. So it's not just a flat out no, it's, you know, keep in touch with them, and eventually they'll join.
Yeah, and you have people that you'll be working with for a year before they, I mean, I have a challenger that just, she's like, she never gave up on me. It's literally been a year and I finally took the plunge. But I just, you know, I wasn't always about Beachbody, but I just made sure I was connected and you stay connected with them. Because I agree with that. Like, you don't know people's timing. You don't know when they're going to be ready or when they're going to be, you know, their time is to jump in. Was there a coach call?
Like, most of my points from the last 2 months are from people that I contacted a year ago when I first joined. So, yeah, if you're consistently posting on Facebook and getting your invites in, you know, they're going to watch you and they're going to see your success and be like, okay, it's legitimate. It's something that I can do.
Well, wasn't there a bombshell call? It could have been the Shine one, actually, where she was talking about how long did it take, you've got to look at yourself, how long did it take you to take the leap to be a coach? You know, like, so you can't expect someone, how many times did someone talk to you about coaching or give you information about coaching before you finally said, okay, I'm going to do it? For me, I did it right away. But not everyone is like that. I have a couple coaches who waited an entire year, you know, of me messaging them to finally say, okay, I'm going to do it. So it's hard because you're like, oh, I want them. They're going to be so awesome. But sometimes, you know, you've got to look at yourself and go, okay, how long did it take me to really commit to coaching? It's going to take people a while too. But as long as you stay committed and connected with them and build genuine relationships, you're going to, you know, help them. And like Christina Delgado said yesterday, you know, treat your clients like a marriage, not like a one-night stand, which is so true. Like, you can't just drop them once, oh, she ordered, so I don't have to talk to her anymore, on to the next person. Like, you have to create these genuine relationships. And where 70% of diamonds are customers first, I mean, that's huge. You've got to make sure that you're connecting with your customers and with your, you know, and your clients in your challenge groups, because that's where your coaches are going to come from. So those are my ideas. Lindsay, any takeaways or thoughts or questions or anything?
No. I think it's just going to be brainstorming on what to do with the sales.
Yeah. I wouldn't stress about the sale too much. I would focus more on your challenge group and getting your points in this month before stressing about the sales.
Yeah. And I agree, that's true too. Like, that's where I'm conflicted, is like, if I'm going to set people up, I want to set them up for success. And although I know people, you know, run out and love sales, because I love sales, I can tell you that if I would have bought a program from a Beachbody sale, it would still be sitting on my shelf right now, because that's just how I am. But that doesn't, I'm not trying to discourage anyone from not posting the sale. Just don't stress too much about it or overthink it. Like your post that you talked about, like asking who, you know, what programs you would want to do, those are going to be good insights to people. And then you can say, okay, well, it's on sale, but I'm and I will be able to work with you, but if you want to join my challenge group, this is also a sale deal, because challenge packs are, I mean, they're a savings. And so you can be like, well, if you're wanting to try Shakeology with this, which is what I recommend, you know, you're going to save $100 when you purchase this versus saving $20, you know. And I mean, I know obviously a $40 program versus $140 is a difference, but at the same time, if they're getting more out of the $140 than they are just out of a program.
Right.
And that's just my opinion on it, because I mean, think about the 21 Day Fix Challenge Pack. Think about all the stuff you get in that. Like, I usually list it out to my people that are interested in it, because I'm like, it's Shakeology. You get the DVDs, you get the nutrition guide, you get the containers, you get a shaker cup, you get 30. Huh?
I said there's a ton, and it's one of the cheaper programs.
Exactly. And so that's one of the ones that I'm always like, look at what you get for this. And then it puts it into perspective. Instead of just saying, well, you get Shakeology and a workout program, it's like, holy smokes, I get, you know, if I were to buy the containers by themselves, then the program and Shakeology, I mean, you're saving. So just always make sure when the sale comes up tomorrow, if you decide you're going to go for that and you're going to really, you know, talk to people. I love Lindsay's idea of asking them what programs they want to try and then taking it to that private message and just really connecting with them there. Oh, my son's escaping. Hold on, he's leaving the house. We're gonna stay here. Okay, we're gonna lock the door for a minute, okay? And we'll go outside in a minute. Okay. Okay. So,
Adeline's in
no, Adeline's over gardening with Gigi and Papa. So, this is Dabby. Okay. Anything else? Struggles? Like, you know, anything you're wanting to talk about that we can brainstorm really quick?
No, I just need to sit down and plan. I need some quiet time.
Yeah, me too. Planning is good. Planning is good.
My
And that's
head wrapped around what I'm gonna do.
And I just wouldn't overcomplicate either, because we tend to do that. I do it all the time. So just try to keep it simple. You know, I have coaches that come to me that say that they're not creative, so they don't know what to do. Well, you don't have to be creative. Like, you don't have to name your group something creative. You don't have to like, dress up for picture, you know, to take a picture. Yeah, you don't have to dress up like the Hunger Games girl or sing parodies or, you know, like that does, unless that's you. Like, be you and follow other coaches and that connect with you. Like, Brittany loves Melanie Mitro, so I'm always like, you know, she connects with that. She sees that, and, you know, she doesn't copy Melanie Mitro, but she takes her, you know, she looks at her and for guidance and things like that. So find your, like, soulmate top coach, because sorry, you know, find your soulmate top coach that you really like and that you connect with, because they can really help you find direction in what you want to do. So maybe if you're like, okay, I want to do a sale, who's a coach that I really relate to that just speaks like, you know, me? What is she doing? Is she even posting about it, or is he even posting about it, or is he just, you know, private messaging potentials and talking to them? That's another option. Okay, well, I will let everyone eat their lunches and garden and sit outside and enjoy the sunshine, and I will sit here and figure out what I'm doing for the day. So if there's no more questions, I will post the Success Club Partner album this afternoon. I will get the trivia ready to go so that we have it for next month. Brittany's doing next week's team call. It's going to be super awesome. I'm really pumped about it. So you're going to want to be on and tell everybody about it, because it's going to be really, really good. And then we have next Tuesday night, next week is a What is Coaching group. And Tuesday night, there will be a What is Coaching live call. If you want to get potential people on there, we will have a live call for that, just to invite people who are interested in coaching. And
that's in place of this call, right?
No, you're doing the call next Tuesday.
Oh, that's right.
So no, it's not. It's at night. Her call will be in the day. That one's at night. If you have people that say they're getting on, I would really recommend getting on too, because they're going to be looking for you. If you know, so aim to have people there. I get, if you're busy, you know, T-ball games or whatever is going on, I get all that. But if you can make it, try, because like I said, people are going to watch for your name to make sure that their coaches, you know, their potential coach is on there. I think that's all pretty much. So everyone enjoy your day. Thank you for jumping on. I love seeing people's faces. And I'll chat with you all in the team page. Oh, if you listen to the National Wake Up Call, make sure I'm going to do the drawing really soon, and there's not very many entries. So, all right. Enjoy your day in the sunshine. Okay, bye, guys.
Yeah.